What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 725th edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of toxic masculinity. It is good to have you guys in this evening. We are streaming live. Holy moly. Let me try to get straight how many different platforms we are streaming live to right now. Let me just get the list together. Let me get the list together and tell you where we're streaming. We are streaming live to... Hold on. It's coming. Hang on. It's coming. We are streaming live to Facebook, MGTOW.tv, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, in crystal clear, high definition 4K to Sharpe Stream, the one and only private streaming platform that is owned by the very content creator who is on it. That is Sharpe Stream, sharpestream.com, absolutely free to the public. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Primetime a part of your nightly routine. So I've got my friends here from TikTok joining, got my guys here from Instagram. I'm not streaming all of this from OBS. I've actually got two phones. Got one phone here, and then I got another phone there. I decided to bring in my TikTok audience because my TikTok audience, they love to chirp. They love to chirp a lot. It's interesting. They probably know I'm live, but they don't want to come in and actually criticize me to my face, that's typical. That's typical. Blah, 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 blah. Let me make sure all systems are go, guys, and we will get right into it. Please bear with me as I get all of this completely straight. How's everybody doing this evening? Listen, I know I'm doing well. I'm doing real well. I have a fantastic show in store for you guys this evening. If you're on either Instagram or TikTok and you want to see all the cool special effects and all that stuff, come on over to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. I'm streaming live to YouTube. You guys are more than welcome to come on over there. I imagine the audience is going to be a little bit short because I know that Myron and Fresh they're streaming as well. But either way, it's going to be a fantastic show. It is going to be a fantastic show. Devin and I are working on a project that is really going to be really cool. I can't wait to roll it out. Hopefully we can pull this off. We actually tried pulling this off before, and it was kind of hit or miss. Didn't really work. We got it off the ground, or actually, I don't know. It was because I did it, really. I didn't really know what I was doing, and so now Devin's involved. Devin, my girlfriend, for those of you who don't know, my girlfriend is employed by me. She's employed by your boy, and because of that, she is now involved in this project. So now that she's involved, it looks like it's actually going to get done correctly. Yes, as someone in Instagram rightly pointed out, I completely shaved my head about 6 minutes ago. I was trying to line it up. You know, listen, you line up your hair, you mess it up, then you try to save it. I'm like, all right, it's got to all come off. But listen, man, I'm in Phoenix, and in about 3 weeks, it's going to be 178 degrees out here. So either way, we are going to have a very good time tonight. Let's get right to it. So a big shout out goes to Devin for sending me this Reddit post. And it is solid. Get out of there. It is solid freaking gold. It is a Reddit post. I think it was posted a day ago or so. Entitled, posted by you, Sherbert, Haunting, whatever. Women over 30, please don't lose patience with young women fearfully asking you about aging. They're literally being brainwashed in the same way we were brainwashed about being overweight in the 90s. Oh boy. This is going to be a good one. Let's keep going here. So the article, the post starts, as a collective, men gaslight, objectify, and isuba spelled backwards women into submitting to the status quo. So already, right out of the gate, we have an apex fallacy, right? and I like, this is actually pretty good. Ooh. She says, as a collective, men gaslight. And for the record, there are about 57 different definitions of gaslighting. Gaslighting, I think gaslighting is just kind of what people say when they're losing an argument. When someone makes a good point, or when you're arguing with someone, and you should never argue with your girlfriend, guys. Never argue with your girlfriend. Lay down the law, and she'll follow. Lay down the law, she'll follow. But when people are in an argument, if they're in a heated discussion, normally between men or women, it's almost always the woman who screams, "You're gaslighting!" What the hell does gaslighting even mean? I mean, like I said, I've heard 114 different definitions of gaslighting. No one ever knows what it is. So I guess men as a collective, we gaslight. Then she says we objectify. Yeah, she's right. Yeah. Yep. We as men, we objectify. Actually, no. We as men, we're not the only ones to objectify women. Women objectify themselves. They objectify themselves in many, many ways. But the two main ways they objectify themselves is one, the most obvious way, on social media, right? Hey, look at my new earrings. And you see like a little part of the earring and it's like nothing but cleavage down there, right? Hey, look at my new glasses. You know, you're obviously she makes sure that you can see down her shirt, right? Listen, they post all of these scantily clad pictures on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat. Not really on that. That's the first way that women objectify themselves. The second and most important way women objectify themselves is by taking birth control. That's right. Women objectify themselves by taking birth control. For the moment a woman stops herself from becoming pregnant, let me start that over. The moment a woman takes birth control for the explicit intent of having unprotected sex without the possibility of pregnancy, they are objectifying themselves. They have literally turned themselves into a sex object. You see, when a woman is fertile and not on birth control, which is not normal, if a man has sex with a woman, he is having sex with her, there's a possibility of procreation, right? Okay, so the guy may be objectifying her, but if they both know what's really up, might even be a one-night stand. Might even be a one-night stand. Listen, women in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, they, some of them had one-night stands. The vast majority of them did not, but, most of them are, pretty good. But there were a select few women who did engage in one-night stands. They were then, of course, ostracized by their community and, died alone with their 48 cats, right? But when a woman puts herself on birth control so that she does not get pregnant, she literally turns herself into a sex object. If you are having sex, if you are having unprotected sex, and actually, it didn't even have to be the guy, because most of the time we don't care. But if there's no chance of you to get pregnant because you're on birth control, you are objectifying yourselves. You have turned yourself into a sex object. You are committing an act. You are committing an act for the sole purpose of procreation in life, removing that possibility. Now you become a sex addict. Now you become a sex object. You become a sex object. So, yes, we as men, we do objectify women. It's in our DNA. It's what we're supposed to do, right? But women objectify themselves more. And then she says, and isuba women into submitting to the status quo. It doesn't really look or sound like women are being desuba, spelled backwards, into submitting to the status quo. It's funny, the more women get, the more they want. Women wanted equality, we gave them equality, right? Now they want more. Every time we turn around, women want more. Nobody is desuba, spelled backwards, anybody, women included, into submitting to the status quo. All women are told, and dude, the only guys that are unafraid to actually speak this kind of truth are guys like me. And we're few and far between. So as a collective, men isuba women into submitting to the status quo? No. Nope. Back in the day, listen, man, like you might have had a case, but that is clearly not the case today, because the minute a man actually starts talking about unflattering truths about women in public, he gets canceled. He gets fired, he loses whatever. And you guys know it. Right? So miss me with this. Listen, as a collective, we do objectify women. Guilty as charged. Okay? As a collective, do men gaslight? I don't know. I'll give her that. I'll give her gaslight. I'll give her gaslighting. Fine. Even though I have no freaking idea what it is, cool. You can have gaslighting. Ain't nobody isuba women into submitting to the status quo. It is quite literally the opposite. If anything, it is we as men who are being isuba'd into submitting to the status quo. With all this cancel culture, Bill O'Reilly, Matt Lauer, that sounds like isuba to me, right? Anybody who doesn't fall in with this, somebody put in the chat what the correct one word womanism is. I need to come up with I think there's a way to say the F word backwards that makes sense. Anyway, let's continue. She says, when I was in my early 20s, it was all the rage to call every girl portly. Wrong. It was not all the rage to call every girl portly. The girls who were called portly were indeed portly girls. Listen, man, when you were a kid and you were overweight, you got picked on. This was life. Listen, man, I was a teenager in the early 90s. Dude, fat kids got made fun of all the time, and this was boys and girls. It is what it is. Cry me a river. But it was not all the rage. Ooh, let's call every girl portly. Taff. Let's just call it Taff spelled backwards. Let's call every girl Taff. Ooh, she's a Taff girl. That wasn't the case. This woman is, and you will see a recurring theme. This woman is exaggerating for effect. And again, listen, I'm guilty of this too. Not really guilty, but listen, am I a little bit more theatrical when I'm on the air talking about these things than I am in real life? Maybe a little bit, but that's to drive the point home. But when she says it was all the rage to call every girl overweight, she's acting like there are TV commercials. Oh man, you see how much fun it is to call girls portly? Holy moly, we got to do this. People passing out flyers. Man, this is all the rage. No, that's not what happened. And if she was undeniably skinny, she continues, she'd be called Butterface. Okay, so here's what she's doing here. If a girl was overweight, she was called Taff, spelled backwards. And if she was undeniably skinny, she was called Butterface. So again, what she's doing is it's two opposite poles. There's no, we didn't ever call girls hot. She's acting like we as men, we just never found any women attractive. She was either a Butterface or she was overweight. Get the hell out of here with that. Remember those days, she says? No, I don't. That's how they did it back then. No, that's not how they did it back then. Again, I was a male, a teenager in the early 90s. That is not how it happened. See, what people like this like to do is they like to make claims and sort of package it as a fact. Remember those days? As if she's recalling something that actually happened. Then she says, that's how they did it back then. No, it's not. Not even close. Were Taff girls called Taff? Absolutely. You better believe it. Were skinny girls? I don't even know if the term Butterface was back around in the early 90s. Listen, man, my Gen Xers in the chat. Help me out in the chat. Did we ever call? I didn't know what a Butterface was until I was well into my 20s. I never called a girl a Butterface. I don't know. Listen, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember the term Butterface ever existing until I was like 25, 26, which incidentally is not enough, is where I met my wife. Ex-wife. You guys like, oh, Donovan admitted he has a wife. No. Look it up, guys. Look it up. Every generation has a different news. But have you noticed, she continues, the new one they're using now, it's called The Wall, she puts in air quotes. For those of you who don't know young women, briefly, the message they're getting is that women hit a wall and lose value at age 30, and that we become miserable, sad old ladies that men don't want. So they're told you better hurry up and settle for a man. ASAP. Bonus points if he's 10, 20 years older than you in his prime. the message they're getting. You know, Lisa Faye, who tragically ran afoul of me and ended up taking several L's. She did a response video to my response video. This is back when I did response videos. I'm undefeated against these broads. They never see it coming. Joy Isabel bent the knee. Lisa Faye, she made the egregious mistake of trying to get my channel taken down. She paid the price dearly. Legally, she paid the price. And then, of course, H is the letter H. Well, we all know how that turned out. She's probably still in Portugal with her CEO boyfriend who doesn't want to marry her. Doxed herself on the air. Put her name, passport, everything on the air. And by the way, there was no lawsuit against Kevin. We all know. Anyway. She came on and said, Donovan, according to you, the minute a woman hits 30, all of her value goes away. Not what I said. That's not what I said, and that's not what happens. The wall, as it is defined here in the sphere, this toxically masculine community that we so dearly enjoy at times, is that there's a certain time in a woman's life where her attractiveness drops precipitously. No, this doesn't mean as soon as a woman when midnight strikes 12 on her 30th birthday, all of a sudden she wakes up and she looks like Betty White. No, Betty White actually looks great for her age. So listen, if you wake up looking like Betty White at the age of 30, consider yourself lucky, ladies. I don't make the rules. But that's not what happens. What we are acknowledging is that women do hit a wall. Listen, some women hit the wall at 35. Some women hit the wall at 27. And the way girls are living now, they're starting to hit the wall a lot sooner. They really are. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised in the next 10, 20 years, the wall age would officially be moved down to 27, maybe 26 years old. Like, girls are hitting the wall a lot sooner than they used to. And that's real. Listen, just take a look around. Take a look around. Dude, I saw this old lady in the grocery line the other day, right? Swear to God, she pulls out this card. I was like, oh, that must be, I said, is that your AARP card? She looks at me, she's like, I'm 19 years old. Okay, I kid because I care. But women look older women look a lot older at a younger age than they ever have. And that's a fact. That's a fact. But it is undeniable. It is undeniable that at some point, women reach an age where their attractiveness drops precipitously. Now, the wall can be delayed. The wall can be staved off for a little while. Okay, listen, a good diet. Listen, if you're eating clean, if you don't smoke, if you don't drink, if you take good care of yourself, if you are working out 5-6 days a week, if you keep yourself in good shape, skin products, all that good stuff. Listen, and now with the advent of hormones to level everything out for women, dude, women can look women can look great into their 60s. Dude, my girl is 67 years old. She doesn't look a day over 44. I'm telling you guys real talk. That's because she's on HGH. 67 years old. I'd swear to God she was 44. Hand to the man. The point is that the wall absolutely does exist. It exists. Women can try to deny the fact that it exists, but it does indeed exist. And the proof is all around them all the time. And I forget which law it is of the 49 law number 21 of the 49 laws of Sharpe. The more a woman denies something, the more likely the opposite is true. This woman wrote this whole Reddit page trying to convince not us, but herself that the wall isn't real. How much you want to bet this woman already is starting to get wrinkles, right? The wall exists, ladies. It exists. No, this doesn't mean that you can't be hotter at 35 than you were at 25. Listen. When women hit 30, well, some women hit 30 and they're like, okay, I got to get my ass into shape, and they get addicted to working out. All right, so you don't look as pretty in the face as you did when you were in your 20s, but damn, the body is smoking because you're actually working out. You're doing what you need to do. You drank and smoked and partied in your 20s. You were still young, so your body recovered. Now that you're in your 30s, can't do that anymore. Women who take it upon themselves to take care of themselves, hey, you can stay hotter longer. But the wall comes for you all. The wall is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. Never, ever forget that, ladies. So they're told you better hurry up and settle for a man ASAP. Bonus points if he is 10 or 20 years older than you in his prime. That's the message, she continues. Being aggressively geared to young women right now. Just like the, quote, call every girl overweight or butterface phenomenon of my day, the wall trend is mainstream. This woman is so, this is just, this post, like the whole post is written in bad faith. The whole post is written in bad faith. There was no trend back in the early 90s to call every woman overweight or butterface. Maybe you, Miss Post Writer, maybe you were overweight. Maybe you think that everybody called every girl Taff spelled backwards because you were Taff spelled backwards. Maybe you were a Sa Taff spelled backwards. Sa Taff spelled backwards. Got to keep it clean for YouTube. Don't want to get canceled or anything. Yeah, this is why she thought it was all the rage. This was her existence. Guys, this right here is the quintessential example of a woman's solipsism. Women are incapable of thinking of anything outside themselves. If it's happening to her, she thinks it's happening to everybody. No, sweetie. No. You were Taff. This is why people called you Taff. That's why. They didn't call everybody Taff or Butterface. Get out of here with that. They make memes about it, comment aggressively about it, have entire subreddits and YouTube channels. And all kinds of avenues to spread their message. The good guys think it's harmless to say that women peak in their 20s while men peak in their old age because they've been indoctrinated online to believe it as fact. Oh boy. So now we're being told, now we are being told that genetics, biology, evolution is something that's been indoctrinated. Online, no less. So what she is saying is that we have been brainwashed to think that women peak in their 20s and that men peak at an older age. No, didn't get indoctrinated. No, this is biology. Listen, my 2 testicles tell me that women peak in their 20s. Okay? A woman's hard drive tells her that men peak older than 30. Again, they know, listen, this woman knows this to be true. There is, I just released a video on TikTok talking to all these losers who say, show me the statistics. I don't need to show you the statistics. Some dude in my comment on TikTok was like, men statistically cheat more than women. Oh my God, dude, women get more opportunities. Number one, they get more opportunities and they're better at hiding it. That's just all there is to it. Women cheat more than men. That's not even a debate. But the point is that I got people in my comments talking all kinds of nonsense, just saying stuff. No, just because you say it doesn't make it true. Women are the most, 99.9% of women are the most sexually attractive in their early to mid 20s. And men, 99.9% of men, again, provided everyone is taking care of themselves, we look better after 30. Again, good habits, eating right, making good, sound financial decisions. I'm 43 years old, guys. I look better now at 43 than I did when I was 33 or 23. Now, I mean, listen, I'm not really that much of a looker now, but I'm a lot better looking than I used to be. That comes with age. Guys, I'm here to tell you, the average 43-year-old woman does not look as good as she did when she was 23. Listen, her body might look tighter. Who knows, man? She might do CrossFit, Listen, she might be tight, but again, if she did the same thing back when she was 23, she'd be hotter. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Women peak in their early to mid 20s. Men, we peak after 30. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. She continues. Evisuba older men. This woman. Evisuba older men also grabbed hold of the reins. They love it. They're not letting this trend die anytime soon. Everybody is Evisuba. This is how she's justifying coming after. Well, this is Evisuba. This is Isuba. And it does, she continues, hurt women. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's been a lot of success gaslighting women with it. You don't have to gaslight women with this stuff. It's true. You don't have to gaslight something when it's true. Probably a lot of women have settled for a horrible man or given up on their careers to pursue men while they're young. And that's always a tragedy. Mistake of a lifetime. Well, there it is, guys. There it is. This woman is a microcosm of the average older woman. This woman is lying to young women. Older women like this are being flat out dishonest. She's being dishonest. She is saying probably a lot of women have given up on their careers to pursue men while they're young, and that's always a tragedy. Mistake of a lifetime. Define horrible. What, a man who doesn't allow a woman to push him around? Is that horrible? A man who sets boundaries and enforces those boundaries, that's horrible? Right? A man who has his shit together and knows that he can't be pushed around? A man who's strong physically, mentally, emotionally? A man who is in the black financially? Is that horrible? A man who actually believes and abides by traditional sex roles? Men lead, women follow? That kind? Right? Okay, so I guess she's right. She's right. Listen, a lot of women have settled for horrible men and given up their careers to pursue men while they're young. She says that's always a tragedy. That's where she's wrong. Mistake of a lifetime. That's where she's wrong. No. When women finally get it, the younger women who break the trend and give up on their careers to go pursue a man, that's a woman who understands, hey, you know what? I want to be a woman. Listen, I don't want to work. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to stay home. I want to give my husband some kids. I want to be hot. I don't want to ever have to work. I want to take care of my kids, raise my family. How is that a mistake of a lifetime? How is that a mistake of how is that a mistake of a lifetime? That's the problem. These older women are telling these younger men, no, stay in your careers. Continue to sleep around. Develop a drinking problem. Go party in Cabo twice a year and get pounded out by Pablo and Miguel and Emilio and all his homeboys. Go get bottomed out by all those Latin lovers down there. Take a trip to Portugal, Italy. Go hang out with all those guys. Do the eat, pray, love thing. Because surely it turned out great for Julia Roberts in the movies. It's going to turn out great for you, right? These women know what happens when you go down this path. For this woman to sit here and tell young women that giving up on their careers to pursue men while they're young being a tragedy, that's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. That's not only cruel and unusual, that's irresponsible. What are we doing? What are we doing? She continues, but what's beautiful about it is it doesn't hurt most of us over 30 because we know it's a lie. So we got to absorb the hate and help the younger girls see the light. And even if some of us are hurt by it, I'd still rather the misogynistic sexual frustration and inferiority rage of men gets routed our way than towards young women. She's already name calling. She's calling us misogynistic sexual frustration. It's funny how she tried to cloak that. She basically called us incels. She's already lost the argument. She's telling us women over 30 know it's a lie. Really? How do you know it's a lie? You want to know you want to know kind of women know that what she's talking about is a lie? The older women. Ask any woman in her late 40s, 50s, 60s, who's a perpetual spinster, screwed her way up the corporate ladder. She's been all around the world. She drives a nice car. She's good to go financially. Ask any woman, hey, how's that working out for you? Ask any woman from her late 40s and up. All right, so you went to college. You had your fun. You got your career. You made a lot of money. You accomplished a lot. You got to travel. You got to experience many men. You're not hurting for money. You're retired. You're close to retirement. You have every toy. You have everything you could ever want. Are you happy? 13 out of 10 of those women, in an honest moment, will tell you, of course not. Of course not. Of course, they'll try to cover it up. Well, I'm happy most of the time, but sometimes it would be nice to have someone with me. No, it hurts all the time. It hurts all the time, man. Women over 30. You know what? I'll put it to you this way. Women who are between 30 and 37, they're like, oh yeah, this was all a lie. And by the way, what women is she talking about? Because most women over 30 were indoctrinated in this sewage in the first place. Right? Like, who in the world is being told to settle down? Who in the world is telling women, other than us, to settle down young and get married young? Nobody. It's not on TV. It's not in movies. It's nowhere. It's in this little dark corner of the internet where we're always tamped down. Shadow bans and all that good stuff. Ain't nobody telling women to settle down early. Ain't nobody telling women to find a traditional man. That's not happening. She knows it. Knows it's a lie. And I know it's hard to stay patient with these younger women, but please don't stop helping them. They're literally being brainwashed the same way we were brainwashed about being tough in the 90s. This woman, oh my God, this is written in such bad faith, man. It really is. No one was brainwashed to call women portly or butterface in the 90s. And even if they were, that has nothing to do with what she's talking about here. But it wasn't like there was this trend. It wasn't like there was this trend. There's this group of people, hey, let's call every girl overweight and butterface to completely sap their confidence. And then those same guys, their fathers or their sons, hey, you know what? Let's keep up the tradition. Let's come up with this version of the wall. Yeah, no. She is disingenuously comparing two different, no. One has nothing to do with the other. One has nothing to do with the other. She was fat, she got called fat, and it hurt her feelings. That's what happened. And now, because she can't find anybody, because she's probably still tough, she's trying to tell other girls, this whole traditional thing, it's a lie. It's funny when people tell other people that something is bad, even though they haven't had it. What's the name of this? What's the name of the person that wrote this post? Sherbet. Probably her favorite food. Her favorite food is probably sherbet, which is why she's tough. Let me ask you, Miss Sherbet. Have you ever been married? How do you know? How do you know settling down as a woman, settling down young and getting married to an older man who has himself together, how do you know it's a lie? Did you try it? Did you try it? My guess is no. You want to know why you didn't try it? Because you're still a tafsa. That's why. You were a tafsa. And men don't like tough women. We don't. Okay, yeah, listen, you'll get a few to bottom you out every once in a while, but dude, they're out the door before you can get your bra back on. That's really what this chick is mad about. She's never had the opportunity to live this lie that she thinks is being perpetuated to today's young women. If I can't have it, then neither can they. This is why older women lie to younger women, man. That and to level the playing field. They want to see these younger women make the same mistakes they did. They know where this path leads. They know where it leads, guys. They know where it leads. It's undeniable. But They want young women to think that they know something about something that they've never experienced. Younger women would be wise to sort of wake up and say, well, wait a minute. How do you know that settling down and getting married young and finding a man with himself together, how do you know that's a lie? Did you try it? Right? This is the same reason why, and I did a video a while back. It was called Why, it was like 20 ways women sabotage themselves in relationships, and they take relationship advice from their banana gobbling friends. They take relationship advice from their friends that sleep around. But their friends that are in 10, 15, 20-year marriages with kids, no, they don't want to take advice from them. No, you want to know why? Because the advice that they get from their friends that sleep around, that's very easy to take. It's easy. Oh, is your boyfriend acting up? Cheat on him and teach him a lesson. Well, that's easy. Girls can cheat. Dude, the girls can cheat just like that. Just like that. The wife of 10, 15, 20 years will tell them, listen, if your boyfriend's acting up, you really need to sit down and have a talk with him. Well, he's not, he's not sleeping with me. Maybe you need to lose a little bit of weight, sweetie. Oh my God! Yeah, lose weight? Yeah, that's not easy to do. Not easy to do, but as we all know, women want the benefit without the cost. This is why they take relationship advice from their friends who sleep around rather than advice from the people they know that are in good, long, successful relationships. It's easier to take. So we can, towards young women. Most of us, she continues, over 30, have explained over and over to terrified girls online that it's going to be okay. Oh my God. Terrified. Listen to this, dude. This chick is such a fraud. Terrified. I'm so terrified. What am I going to do? Oh, get out of here with that, man. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Shut the hell up. Ain't nobody, dude. Oh my, dude. If this girl were really doing this, she wouldn't have wrote this post. And I know it's hard to stay patient with these younger women, but please don't stop helping them. Translation, please don't stop leading these women astray. These women, these older women, want the younger women to end up like they did. Many of us over 30 have an improved sex life. We look the same or better now, feel better, got healthier. Get attention from men. Ooh, she snuck in a little nugget of truth there. Right there at the end, she says, we get all the stuff we get. It's less attention, but it's better attention from men. Yes, women over 30 do get less attention from men. You want to know why? It's because you're over 30. Even though it's less, it's better attention, right? But let's rewind to where she says, many of us over 30. I love it when people use, how can I put this? When they use nebulous numbers as a way to quantify success. Many of us over 30 million women over 30 have an improved sex life. We look the same or better. We feel better. We even get better attention from men. You know what? There's no doubt about it. I'm sure there are 50 million women over 30 who have an improved sex life, look the same, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that there are millions and millions of women who meet these qualifications. Relative to the total number of women, listen, many women, if there are 120 women, that's many women. That's a large number. That's a large number. Hell, to somebody, many might mean, listen, I know 12 women over 30. I know all, right? So she knows 15 women over 30 who look better and get better attention from men. That's 15 out of what? 3.5 billion on the planet? Again, that's disingenuous. It's just like when black women try to talk junk about white girls. They say, white girls? What are you guys talking about? Dude, more white girls are single mothers. More white girls are on welfare. More white girls commit paternity fraud. More white girls cheat than black girls. Guess what? All of that is true. 100% true. But the reason why there are more white women on welfare is because there's more white women. Huh? The reason more white women cheat than black women is because there are more white women than black women. You see how that's a disingenuous statistical fallacy? No, we need to talk about relative numbers. The percentage of white women on welfare is dwarfed by the percentage of black women on welfare. Case closed. So now when she says many of us over 30 have an improved sex life, we look the same or better now, feel better, got healthier, and we get attention from men. Okay, so you and your group of 7 friends happen to look better. Again, that is 7 out of 3.5 billion people. And given the fact that 2 out of every 3 people, 4 out of every 5 women in this country are overweight, that's a fucking lie that she just told. That's a lie. Because I don't believe for 1 second she looks better over 30. If we prioritize careers, we have more money. We buy the things we've always wanted. Many of us have recovered from eating disorders. Gee, I wonder who that is. Many of us. Got a handle on our mental health. Of course you did. You had a drinking problem in your 20s. You slept around. The reality of aging is the literal opposite of what is being marketed to young women. It is madness to say that aging is a bad thing. Aging is not a bad thing for women. It's not a bad thing for women. Listen, most women live longer than most men. And the reason for that is because men do more dangerous things. Men do dangerous and stupid things, but this is why women live longer, because they're just protected, right? When it comes to dying of natural causes or whatever, well, we die at about the same rate. But when it comes to actually being killed, accidents, work-related stuff, this is why women live longer than men. So aging is not really a bad thing. Unless, of course, you're single and sleeping around. See, aging is a bad thing for women if they're single, because they know that the older they get, the harder it's going to be for them to lock down someone they love and respect as much as they love and respect them. They know this. They inherently know this. And if aging, she says that aging isn't a bad thing. Really, if aging weren't such a bad thing, then why does the market clearly tell us the opposite? Every other commercial on TV is, get this product from L'Oreal or whatever. Oh, age-defying, blah, 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 blah. That's always some skin cream, look 10 years younger, and this and that and the other. The market doesn't lie, guys. The market puts out products that the market demands. Women demand products that make them look younger. Why? Because they know that the older they get, the less attractive they become. Now, there are some wives who don't really like getting older because they know that they're becoming less sexually attractive to their husbands. That's life. That's life. If you feel like you're becoming less sexually attractive to your husband, hit the gym. Hit the gym. Wear some lingerie. Put on some heels. Right? Spice things up. If you want your husband to pound you senseless, you're going to have to do something different. You can't just exist. We can help younger women, she says, by sharing the truth, which is that the wall is a lie, and it's their attempt to keep you under their boots. Encourage young women not to settle or rush life decisions before their brains develop or before they establish themselves. Speak out about it. Pay attention to the climate these girls are living in. Don't take offense to it when they reach out. This woman is encouraging older women to lie to younger women. This is spectacular. This is absolutely spectacular. This is crazy. This is crazy. The wall is a lie, and it's our attempt to keep them under our boots? I'm sorry, did it ever occur to her that hotter women are a little harder to tame in a relationship? Did it ever occur to her that the more beautiful a woman is, the tougher it is to deal with her? Now, of course, if you have rock solid frame and all that good stuff, you can mitigate that. But guess what? It takes more work. It takes more work to be in a relationship with a very attractive woman than it takes to be in a relationship with an unattractive woman. The wall is a lie, and it's our attempt to keep you under our boots. No, sweetheart, the wall is not a lie. The wall is a biological fact. The wall has been around since the beginning of time. If the wall weren't real, then girls wouldn't be using filters now, would they? She's got a couple of edits here. She says, no, this isn't new. Suffrage era propaganda, for example, was crazy. Oh, now she admits that. And yes, we heard it when we were young too, but it's so different now. Social media is full of MGTOW red pill creeps spreading their propaganda now. Yes, we were exposed to it a bit too, but young women are now surrounded by this stuff. It's not the same. No, the reason why young women are surrounded by it is because there's this thing called the internet. See, women were aware of the wall back before it was called the wall. They knew that there was going to be a point where their sexual attraction dropped off precipitously. They knew this instinctively. The reason why women are surrounded by it is because women can't put down their goddamn phones. They can't put down their phones. Oh, this last part is going to blow your socks off. This is too funny. This is hilariously funny. This is why you know this is a flat out lie. One more thing, she says. Men and women have very similar biological clocks. Look up your area's sperm donation policies. They have a cutoff of age 34, often much younger, for a reason. Sperm quality declines at almost the exact same age that eggs do. Don't let men tell you younger women are more valued for their eggs. It's another lie. She's putting eggs in quotes as if eggs don't exist. So let's back that up. Women, women have biological clocks. We as men, we don't. There's no doubt about it. We do not have biological clocks. We can reproduce until the day we die. Women can only reproduce for a finite period of time and give birth to a finite number of offspring. That is the very definition of a biological clock. Women reach an age, usually their mid-40s, I don't know, early 50s, late 40s. I don't know when menopause happens. I'm not a woman. I don't care. But there is an age where a woman simply is unable to give birth anymore. Hard fact. There is a time where women can no longer give birth. Time is up. And if time is up, if a woman eventually is going to not be able to reproduce, there is a clock involved. There is time, limited time. We as men, there is no clock. There is no clock. Now, let's not be disingenuous like our poster here. Is the sperm quality of a 35-year-old man the same as a 25-year-old man? Of course not. Of course not. But the difference is minuscule. The difference is minuscule. You want to know why I know this is minuscule? Because back in the day, we had 38-year-old men marrying 20, 21-year-old women having big, strong, healthy kids. Well, that's because of her eggs. You don't say. You don't say. My mother and father were very young when they started having us. My mother had me when she was 18. My dad was 18. My mom was 16 when they got married. My mother had me at 18 years old. She had my sister at 20 years old, had my brother and sister at 21 years old, and then had my last brother at 24. Yeah, they popped him out quick. We are all, it is incredible. We are all perfectly healthy people. None of us have any health problems whatsoever. We don't have any high blood pressure. None of us have allergies. We are all big, dude. I'm 6'2", my brother is 6'4", my other brother is 6 feet tall. Like, we're all big, strong, strapping men. My sister's, none of us have health problems, ever. Well, why do you wear glasses, Donovan? When I was 8 years old, I was playing with sticks with a buddy of mine. His name was Carlos. He poked me in the eye with a stick. Cut my cornea. 75% chance I could have lost my eye. Dr. Chismeyer, may he rest in peace, saved my eye. Now I have to wear corrective lenses. That wasn't genetic. Now the vision in this eye is like, I don't know, it's probably 20/70. My left eye, I've got x-ray vision. It's like 21. So yes, there is no doubt that when young sperm meets young eggs, you get kids like us. But don't let this woman try to tell you that 42, 43-year-old men can't shoot healthy sperm. That's ridiculous. She's acting like, well, as soon as you turn 30, your sperm just... No, that is not what happens. Oh, no. Yes, the sperm quality does decrease as we get older, but it doesn't decrease. Listen, I'll put it to you this way. The rate at which a woman's eggs decrease in, I guess, quality is a lot faster than a man's. Men's sperm, yes, it does decrease as we age, but it decreases a lot. Dude, it decreases a lot slower than a woman's eggs. A woman goes from being fertile one day, the next day it's powdered eggs. Powdered eggs. There is a biological clock. There's nothing similar about a man's biological clock as it pertains to a woman. Women have biological clocks, men do not. Those are the facts. Now she's saying that they have a cutoff age at 34. Okay, maybe they do, but that doesn't mean that there aren't 38-year-old men out here putting babies in bitches. Not trying to tell it. Not trying to hear that. Make up your own minds about having children, but be aware that our culture has failed a lot of people in sex education and brushes this kind of thing under the rug. No. Oh, for real? Let's take a look at the comment section. This is where the real work begins. Oh, look at this. Orion's Yoga Pants says, I am still in my 20s, but my mom has always said that your 30s are better than your 20s since you can do all the things you did in your 20s, but you actually have money. Orion's Yoga Pants is being raised by a single mother. Being raised by a single mom. Her mother said that her 30s are better than her 20s. Maybe your 30s are better than your 20s because you do have more, because you can do stuff now with money. But what's the cost? Listen, man, there's no doubt. I've always said this. This is not in defense of women. This is just common sense. There is no doubt for both, especially for women, it is more fun to sleep around and party than it is to be a housewife. 100 times more fun. Nobody is disputing that. Nobody's disputing that. It is fun to go out and party and sleep around and do drugs and drink and not have to be responsible for anything than it is to be responsible for these miniature people that came out of you and take care of your husband. It's a lot more exciting. Fulfilling? Is sleeping around and partying in your 20s, is that more fulfilling than having a family? How about in your 30s? Is sleeping around in your 30s more fulfilling than taking your kids to high school, watching them graduate high school? Is that more fulfilling? Hey, listen, I'm sure it's more fun. I'm sure it's a lot more fun. But stay-at-home moms, listen, they have challenges. They have challenges. You know, their kids get sick. They're snot-nosed kids. Junior's got t-ball practice, and, you know, your teenage girl doesn't want to talk to anybody, right? She hates the world. I mean, all that stuff. Man, I'm glad I'm not Brenda. Whew. Her daughter's dating this boyfriend. Her daughter's dating this black dude named Tigerius. Her daughter's got a boyfriend named Tigerius. Man, I'm glad I'm not her. Ooh, who is this? Oh, it's Taekwon. Let me get this. That's a lot more fun. No one is doubting that. More fulfilling? Don't think so. Don't think so. Oh my God, here's another lie. Rainy Day Rose says, I'm in my 50s and I can tell you that it just gets better and better. Have more money and no longer give a damn what other people think. Oh, that's a flat out lie. It's so funny. Dude, I love that people can just write anything. Nobody knows what this woman looks like. Nobody knows that she's, yeah, listen, it just gets better and better. And the older I get, the less shits I give. Well, could that be because you really can't care what other people think? Right? Why don't you care what other people think? Maybe it's because it's kind of too late for you. I don't care if men look at me or not. Well, of course you don't. Men are not looking at you. Food Up Love says, my mom said the same. She felt so much more secure and settled in her 30s, mentally, socially, and financially, with all of the angst of the 20s behind her. I'll be entering my 30s. I'll be entering my 30s myself soon, and I don't dread it at all. Melatomica says 37 and absolutely better than my 20s in a dozen ways. I just wish my knees didn't crunch so much. Tacos and Rose. That's an interesting. I'm 39, she says, and I agree with your mom. My 30s have been so lit. Let me just stop right there. Let me just. And I fall into this sometimes. I try to be cool. Like when I'm around Myron and Fresh. Listen, man. I'm an old man, right? I try to fit in. I'm not going to sit here in front like I don't, right? I had no idea what the word cap was. I actually learned it on the air. And now that I know what it is, hey, stop capping. That's me trying to be cool, man. And Myron is like, yo, it's going to be lit. I can't bring myself to say that. 39-year-old women should not be saying lit. I mean, again, if you're 20, if your 30s are so much better, why are you trying to act like you're still in your 20s? Huh? I'm actually genuinely excited to turn 40 in a few months. I mean, things just keep getting better, so 40's got to be awesome, right? Dude. Here's why we know this woman is a fucking liar. She said, I'm actually genuinely excited. Anytime a woman, and we talked about this in Womanese, all my Womanese students, 12 seconds remaining on my Instagram live feed. If you guys want to watch the rest of the show, come to Donovan Sharpe on YouTube or go to sharpstream.com. That's free as well. So thank you to my Instagram audience. So long to them. My TikTok audience is still with me. The reason why we know she is lying is because she used two adjectives. Actually, no. She used two adjectives and then like a booster. She says, I'm actually genuinely excited. Here's the thing. This whole post, it's so funny when we catch people in lies. This whole post is about, oh my God, you're 30s and 40s and 50s. Oh my God, I'm 75 and I got 8 boyfriends. Yay! But what she says is, I'm actually, which means that you weren't really before, right? Like, she thought about turning 40 and she wasn't excited, but now that she's thinking about it, you know what? I'm actually, you know what? Come to think of it. Think about it. Just go through the mindset. Oh my God, I'm going to turn 40. Lordy, Brenda's 40. Da, 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 da. You know what? Come to think of it. You know what? I'm actually kind of excited about turning 40. This is when people use the word. Now, I use the word actually because it's a verbal tick of mine. I say listen a lot. Anytime I say listen, that means my brain is changing subjects. That's sort of a vocal tell. When I say listen, that means my brain is thinking, changing gears. For those of you watching and listening. right? But the fact that this woman said, I'm actually excited about turning 40 means that she wasn't previously, maybe previously to this article. Then she says, genuinely. Why do you have to tell us that you're genuinely excited? You want to know why? Because she's trying to convince us that she really is excited. I'm actually, you guys see where I'm going here? I'm actually, wait a minute. I got to fool him. I got to sell the lie. Genuinely, you guys believe me? Genuinely excited about turning 40. Maybe now they'll believe me. I said genuinely excited. I mean, things just keep getting better. So 40's got to be awesome, right? Bitch, you ain't fooling nobody. Get out of here with that. Tacos and rows. Oh, there's more. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there is so much more. I didn't get to do a lot of fun stuff in my 20s because my kids were little and it was just kind of a blur. Married at 20, first baby at 21, out of the military at 22, start college at 22, first bachelor and start master's at 26, second baby at 27, finish master at 28, third baby 29, divorce and start PhD at 30, 31. Oh boy. Oh boy. You saw what happened here? You saw what happened? The more educated she got, the less attractive she became, guys. She thinks she became more attractive. How much you want to bet that at least one of those 3 kids do not belong to the ex-husband? But my 30s, she continues, are amazing because not only can I finally do the stuff I couldn't do when my kids were little, like sleep around, but I can actually afford to do better stuff than I could have in my 20s, and you bet I still look good enough in a swimsuit to Instagram as much of it as I want to. So now she's an Instagram model. Do not believe any lie anyone ever tells you about 30 plus being bad years. Though they're freaking awesome years, you're going to love it. Your 30s can be very, very enjoyable. But at some point, ladies, at some point, Father Time is going to collect his debt. He's going to collect his debt for having given you absolute power over men for the better part of the last decade plus. He's going to collect. There is always a price to pay, ladies. Always a price to pay. What these women are leaving out, okay, their 30s might seem to be more exciting because they have more money and all this stuff, but what about sexually? What about attention-wise? No, women don't want to be loved. They want to be desired. Women want men to want to sleep with them. And the moment that starts to dwindle, this is when women start to get miserable. Here's another one. I'm 41. Your mom is right. Your mom is a saint. Glad she puts the positive narrative. Oh, look at this. Super Hayoku Warrior Walker says, money and good knees. Ha ha ha. They really are better, at least for me. I feel at ease for the first time, probably. Oh boy. I'm turning 40 soon. My 30s were great. Marriage, career, travel. I can afford my lifestyle and have a great husband. Uh-oh. My mental health is better than ever. I'm looking forward to the next decade. Gotta enjoy the ride. Interestingly enough, she only got 5 upvotes, where all of these single ladies who talk about sleeping around, 500, 200, 2,200. But the woman who says, yeah, man, I'm turning 40 soon. 30 was great. Marriage, career, travel. That one's too long. God, this is incredible. This is incredible. All of these women signing off. Oh, look at this. Secretarian, interesting name. Still fighting this, she says. I'm 31, unmarried, don't want kids, and I'm trying to pursue an artistic career. I fight a lot of the brainwashing from the more conservative side of my family, but I think the worst of it comes from myself. The worst of it comes from myself. You want to know why that's important, guys? You want to know why that's important? The reason why this is coming from herself is because this is the way women are biologically hardwired. Women are biologically hardwired to want to get married and have a family. The fact that she has to fight herself. I mean, what is she trying to fight herself from brainwashing herself? No. This is why women are miserable. Women are literally being taught to go against, women and men, we're being taught to go against our instincts. We're being, there's no brainwashing, sweetheart. No, this is biology trying to, I still feel like I'm undesirable because I'm older, she says, in air quotes. Sweetie, you're 31. You are older. And am picky about who I date, set boundaries, and have different priorities. You know what's funny? The older women get, the more selective they become. This is why. Because women think that their sexual market value goes up as you get older. No, don't work that way. No. You have less sexual market value now at 31 than you did when you were 21, yet you're more selective. What are we doing? What are we doing? She says, on the other hand, she says, I know I don't want to be on my second child or even first. That's weird. I think this woman might have had a Noit Roba. I think that might be what's happening here. So why in the world am I beating myself up? I know everyone has their own physical and mental baggage, so why am I apologizing for my flat gut issues, body pain, and depression when I'm still arguably smarter, have better coping mechanisms, and am more self-aware than I was in my 20s? Let me tell you why, sectatorian. The reason you're apologizing is because even though you are definitely smarter in your 30s and your 20s. You probably have better coping mechanisms and you're more self-aware. But the reason you're still apologizing for these things is because you're not in your 20s. You see, when you were in your 20s, you had a hot ass. When you were in your 20s, you had a flat stomach. When you were in your 20s, you didn't have any body pain and no depression because every guy wanted to. But the reason why you're depressed is that we don't need smart women. Listen, we love to be with smart women. Listen, Devin happens to be very smart. But that's not the reason I'm with her. No, the reason I'm with Devin is because she's got a hot ass and she still has big perky boobs. That's why. Like, real talk. Listen, there are things about my girlfriend that definitely benefit me. She knows SEO and she does all the stuff behind the scenes. Make no mistake. We would not be together if she were not sexually attractive. Period. Believe that. And if it weren't going to be her doing all that she's doing for me, I'd probably hire 3 other people to do it. That's it. Well, what would you do if she left? I would hire someone to replace her. Oh my God, you're going to hire a professional? A professional SEO expert. Saw what you did there. Love my girlfriend. She's replaceable. Brain side, yeah, I'd take a few people to replace her. Body-wise, it is what it is, man. No, the reason you're depressed is because you're not as sexually attractive to men now in your 30s. That's why you're depressed. It's so funny. They're like, oh, I have no idea why I'm so much smarter, have better coping mechanisms, and I'm self-aware. You know what? Men don't want to fuck smart. We don't want to fuck coping mechanisms, and we don't want to fuck self-awareness. No, we want to have sex with young, hot, tight girls. That's what we want to do. Not because we're, oh my God, he's a 19-year-old girlfriend, he's a perf. No, he's a man. And men, we are attracted to the same things as a 91-year-old than when we were 21. That's just facts. Listen, can't nothing be done about that. You cannot rewire the male brain to love women with flat butts, gut issues, and body pain. Sorry. Now, are there 38, 39-year-old women who are hotter than 21-year-old women? Yeah, of course. But that's because the 21-year-old women are either TAF or LIG. Ugly spelled backwards. I tried. Butterface. I really do think it can only get better from here. I just wish I could really get rid of all the harmful ruminations from the middle school years, late 20s. Oh, boy. I really do think it can get better from here. No, you don't. And you know it won't. You know it won't. This is a woman that's depressed. This is a woman that refuses to acknowledge the obvious. She's not going to do it. She wants everybody to think, hey, you know what? It is going to get better. Da, da, da. Sweetheart, sectarian, sweetie, not trying to break your spirit. It's over. It's over. I hate to break it to you, but it's over. It's over. Dead Boy says, my mom said she was 29 for about 8 years, then 34 for another 5, and then 39 for like another 3 or 4. My girlfriend just turned 32, and she's been saying she's 25 for the past year. Well, isn't that interesting? If getting older weren't a bad thing, why do women tell everyone that they're 29 for 8 years? Why would she do that? Why would she tell people that she's 34 for another 5 years? Why would she do that? Because they know that men like younger women. That's why. Why do women lie about their age? Because they instinctively know that men are more sexually attracted to younger women. Period. Okay, but oh my God, the 40s get so much better. Really? Then why don't you tell men that you're 46 years old? Go on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see what we got here. I didn't figure out who I was and make real progress with my mental health until my 30s, and I look younger than most men my age. That's bullshit. Again, just women can just say anything. I look younger than most men my age. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, look at this. It's hilarious, the fact that the vast majority of women look better than their male peers because we actually take care of our skin and whatnot. This idea that every 40-year-old woman is disgusting, but every equivalent man looks like Clooney is absurd and backwards. That's not what we say. We're not saying that every 40-year-old is disgusting. You see? Do you guys see those apex fallacies? Nobody here is saying that every 40-year-old woman is disgusting. Nobody here is saying that every 40-year-old man looks like Clooney. What we are saying is that men age better than women. This is an immutable fact. This is an undeniable truth. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. At 51, I am the happiest and most fulfilled I have ever been. It's so hard to shake off that cultural conditioning, but actually aging seems to have helped. I hope any young women reading this will believe me and feel better about it at a younger age. Oh my God, these poor women. What is on my radar now is all the articles about and posts by 50 plus women celebrities who will stun you in a bikini. Just know we are here to love ourselves and others live the best lives we can. Anyone who thinks I'm obliged to look stunning in a bikini can F right off. ETA, thanks for those. God, get out of here. Thanks for those kind words, kind strangers. Look at me. I'm working the interwebs like the kids do. Let's go back to what she said. Anyone who thinks I'm obliged to look stunning in a bikini can F right off. You know what she just said? You can't fire me because I quit. You can't fire me because I quit. I don't want that attention. You guys can F off. Well, sweetheart, the reason why you're telling men to F off is because you don't look stunning in a bikini. This is like portly girls on dating apps. If you can't handle my curves, don't even talk to me. Translation, I can't handle rejection because of my added body weight. That's all that is. Listen, 51 years old, she wants attention just as much as any other age woman. She's trying to act like she doesn't want. It's funny, and a lot of guys do this. They act, well, I don't want to sleep with. Yeah, you do. You just can't. You can't. Don't try to act like you don't want something that you're incapable of getting, like female and male attention. Oh, boy. All right. I think that's about enough of that. Oh, my God. Incredible. Incredible. All right, let's go up here and read these super chats. Man, I'm still live on. I can't believe I'm still live on TikTok. It's incredible. Oops. Like the video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share. All right. Let's see what we got on our super chat side here. Scroll down. A Wild Deku says, can I just point out how women use Isuba, spelled backwards, as an excuse for everything? Disturbing, right? She basically said not finding her desirable is Isuba. Right. That's exactly what it was. You know what? You're right. I missed that. You're right. A Wild Deku, or Deku. I don't know which the accent is on. But that's exactly right. Basically, any man who didn't find her attractive was Isuba spelled backwards. C-Dub, $20, appreciate that. He says, Stevie Nicks, the lead singer of Fleetwood Mac, one of the greatest vocalists of all time and wealthy beyond anything she could spend in a lifetime, now in her 60s, admitted on TV her biggest regret is not having a family. There you go, man. There you go. And listen, Stevie, see, here's the thing with like Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, Silver Springs. I mean, we all know the dude. I forget what the Gypsy. For those of you guys who don't know who Fleetwood Mac is, the viral TikTok video of the guy riding a skateboard, drinking the ocean spray. The song that he was doing that to was Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac. Lead singer Stevie Nicks, woman. Yeah. At least Stevie Nicks. Listen, at least she was able to acquire generational wealth, right? Yeah, listen, even though she had all of these things, that's the price she had to pay. And to be honest with you, if she had to do it again, I think she would do it the same because look what she accomplished. Look what she accomplished. Unfortunately for most women don't become Stevie Nicks. They just become sad, older women with a drinking problem who get raw dogged by Taekwon and Tyrone because white men no longer want them. Shozan Hanma says on Temptation Island, one bro is 41, his girl is 25, blonde and beautiful. Remember from yesterday, that proves age is a man's ally. Actually, Shozan, he was 31 and she's 25. But I see what you mean. And that's not, listen, it's a 6-year difference, not a 16-year difference, but you're right. I'm sure that, I keep forgetting what that dude's name is. I know the other guy's name is Jabin. Jabin. We know his name, right? We know Evan's name. We know John's name. I do not know what that other dude's name is. Geeky Anomaly, $5, says, quote, better attention, translation, the attention is more sparse, so they value it more. Ah! Bingo. Wow, very nice. Very nice. I didn't catch that one either. That was great. That's the comment of the night right there. A Wild Deku, another $5, says it's not just because misery enjoys company. It's worse than that. They tell younger women this because they want them out of the way, personal gain. I'm trying to tell you, man. Older women used to want to teach girls and steer them in the right direction. Right? They tell them, listen, we want you to be happy. This is what we want you to do. These older women know damn well. They are as miserable as the people who sell them their cats. Don't buy into the hype. Your 30s are better. Okay. All right. Listen, your 30s might be better than your 20s, but let's keep it real. Was 37 really as good as 27? Was 38 really as good as 28? Zarel Gardner, $5. I appreciate that. King Live, $10. Appreciate that. Devin in the chat says, this is the mom that has her kids take her photos for her OnlyFans account, right? Nothing hotter than a 40-year-old with student loans. Yeah, right? Brent Bates, $5. Appreciate that. Red Sings the Blues is stopping by. Haven't been around to catch a live. Yeah, it's taken me a while to sort of get my feet under me out here on the West Coast, but we are back. We are back and better. Oh, that's his name. His name is Carl. His name is Carl. Speaking of which, We are about to make the switch over. We're about to do the switch over. We are about to start breaking down. I'm about to resume my live breakdown of Temptation Island. This is the dating show of all dating shows. I'm going to tell you what, guys. Temptation Island, this is going to rock. This is going to rock. Dude, I absolutely love this. This might honestly be, well, Love is Blind. You know what? I think Love is Blind was probably the best time I've ever had breaking down a dating show. Temptation Island looks like it's going to come close. Temptation Island looks like it's going to come close. You can watch it. You can watch my live breakdowns for free. Not going to charge you anything. On sharpestream.com. That is com. That is SharpeStream.com. Sharpestream.com. That is my own private streaming platform. That is my own private streaming platform. I am not beholden. I'm not beholden to anybody's rules because I make the rules. I can say what I can say what I want, how I want. Nobody can tattle on me. There is no way to report it. Some idiot thought he could make a video how to report Donovan Sharpe stream. We called the developers. We're like, dude, what is it? They're like, dude, we don't even. No, you're good. You're good. Just pay us our $95 a month and you're all right. Sharpestream.com. If you want to watch these live breakdowns, guys, I'm telling you right now, these live breakdowns are absolute gold. They're gold, man. They're absolute gold. And it's a good time. Such a good time, actually, that my guys were in there trying to get... Dude, I'd been on the air for like 2.5 hours. Guys are like, no, let's keep going. I'm like, y'all, I'm sleepy. I'm tired, damn it. I'm 43, man. It's past my bedtime. Past my bedtime. So we will begin episode 2. Man, I can't wait. I'm telling you right now, listen, you can watch for free every day. You can watch for free. Now, if you want access to the live replay, because the live replays are not stored on SharpStream. The live replays are stored on Patreon. If you want access to the live replay, and if you want chat privileges, all it takes, less than 17 cents a day. Crisp piece of paper with Honest Abe's face on it. And you, not only will you have access to all of these breakdowns, you will have access to my entire catalog, my Love is Blind breakdowns, my Bachelor breakdowns. That's right. Love is Blind, The Bachelor, and now Temptation Island. And I am told that the next Bachelorette is going to be 2 Bachelorettes at the same time. Dude, listen, honestly, man, I might just explode. There's just 2 Bachelorettes at the same time. We get double the hamster. We get double the fuckery, double the hypergamy. I'm in. So we are about to make the switch as I say goodbye to my... Hang on a second. Move that over. There we go. As I say goodbye to my TikTok audience. Appreciate my TikTok audience. Appreciate that very, very much. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm also going to say goodbye to my Facebook audience. My Facebook audience, I greatly, greatly appreciate that. My Twitch audience, I appreciate you guys tuning in. My MGTOW.TV guys. My MGTOW.TV guys, appreciate you joining. And of course, my YouTube audience, I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys joining me for today's episode. If you want to, I'm telling you, if you want to watch, guys, it's a good time. It's a good time. It's a very, very good time. Sharpestream.com, absolutely free. If you want chat privileges and you want access to the live replays, because this is not stored on SharpStream, patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. My thanks to all of you for joining me for episode 725. I will see you on sharpestream.com.